I'm not crying, I'm not upset, I'm just stay safer. So while we were tidying up the kitchen, I went to go put things underneath the hob and realised the shelf had never been installed. And then I realised there was a cable in the way, so what you see is me drilling the hole in the back, trying to make a cutout for the cable, and I ended up taking 2 goes to do this, but we got it, and it means we can use the shelf in this cupboard, which turned out to be really handy for all our little appliances and stuff. Oh my god, the drill bit got so hot when we were doing this though, that stuff was thick. Throughout this, you'll also see me go back to the laptop a lot, and it's because I had built this diagram with screenshots and renders from the kitchen as to where everything was going to go beforehand. I did forget a few crucial ones though, so it ended up moving about quite a lot. Oh, this is one of my favourite cupboards that we set up today, and it's stars covered. First I had to move the shelf up higher so your food bin would fit. It wasn't hard, just annoying. Trying to find the right height of the hole took a couple of tries. But it turned out super cute, and it's right next to her food and water bowl, so it's super handy. All of the organisers you can see I used were from our IKEA haul, which I'll link up in the corner. Totally not sponsored, just obsessed with IKEA. Oh, I wish that would be amazing. Hello, and welcome back to another week of DIY and art. Yay! This feels like a bit of a restart for me. This is going to be the first week in, honestly, I've lost count, I think 4 or 5 weeks when there's going to be nobody else in my house but me and the dog. In the sense of we've got no joiners, no plumbers, no electricians. It's just going to be me and the dog able to do what we want in the house. Yay! I am not going to be locked in the bedroom all day and not have a kitchen, not have a living room, not have basically anywhere else to go. So I'm very excited for that. It's giving me good vibes for the week. Good vibes. So with that, it is time to start getting back to reality. Back to reality, big old gravity. So I'm going to be starting to build routines again and really just try and get back to normality. Cook a bit more, actually do some DIY. Not really hard to do DIY when I'm locked in a room. Get back to stars training a bit more. Yeah, just try and rebalance life. One of the big focuses is going to be in stars training. I feel like I've been letting that slack recently, and it's one area where if we were able to, you know, there's specific points in our training where we're able to get them better, then actually my day would be a lot easier, faster, and longer term there might be more things for me to do in terms of like work and be able to leave her or, you know, all that jazz. So I need to get back to it because that will increase both me and her quality of life greatly. So with that, plan is to probably spend a lot less time on the DIY and really fill up the morning with healthy habits for me and stars training. So taking her to different walks in the park. She's refusing to go to our local one, so we're going to be driving to like all the different parts around the city and getting her out, getting a good walk. Just after lunch, we're going to focus on her training. We're going to make sure she's got all her tricks going, she's got her specific like training done, and then also making sure she's getting her crate training done in the evening as well. Lots going on there, lots that'll spread across the day so she doesn't end up too knackered. That's going to be the big one. It's going to be the big one. For myself, I need to get back into eating better. Living basically with nothing but a kettle and a microwave for a month is not good for anyone. So I need to get back to eating better. I need to go back to planning my days more as opposed to just like floating about. And with that, that's gonna, big key for that one is use my planners. I have my written one, I have my Notion, and actually in the last month I built a new Notion meal planner as well. Essentially my fitness pal in Notion, but we're ignoring that. So I'm going to be using that and kind of testing that out over the next few weeks as well before you're ready to launch that template. And most importantly though, we need to get back to the DIY. What is my job? The focus of the DIY for this week, we are going to be, I've got some notes. Yeah, so we're going to be mainly focusing on the bar. This was one thing that the joiners and guys didn't do, is a couple of IKEA units I'm going to build and probably need to tweak because I have a feeling the shelves are not going to be tall enough for my big whiskey bottles. Just have it like in my gut. And then also at the weekend, we tidied up a lot of the drawers. We realised that the drawer organisers I bought from IKEA were too long. The IKEA kitchen units, the drawers themselves must be deeper than where we got ours. We got ours from Wren. I think rather than take them back, I'm just gonna trim them because I imagine trying to find one that's gonna fit perfectly probably isn't gonna happen anyway. So if I have to amend something, I might as well amend the stuff I've already bought. It's plastic though, I'm not really looking forward to cutting through all that plastic. I feel like that's not going to be great for anyone involved. And then we are away this weekend. We have someone coming to look after the dog. It's our first time leaving her overnight with someone, so I'm really a bit anxious, but that means I need to get all the stuff that we've just kind of dumped in the guest room during the big kitchen reno and get it cleared out, sorted somewhere else so our friend can stay there. We need to make sure the bathroom's all nice and clean and tidy for her. Our bath has been our kitchen sink for the last month, so I need to make sure that's all ready and clean and usable for her coming. And if we get round to it, I would also really love to tidy the office. It is a mess down there. I have just been kind of jumping in and out really quickly for if I need stuff, like dumping things, picking up stuff. I had a mini project a couple of weeks ago that I've just kind of left all of the cut-offs and cutouts and everything just lying about, so that all needs tidied as well. It's a big job and it would be really good to be able to use that space. Again, just trying to get out the bedroom more, trying to get into more of a comfortable space within the house, and right now the office is not a comfortable space. That's the big three. Or the big four. Getting the bar done, kitchen drawers, getting ready for our guests to look after Star, and tidy the office. Again, the tidy the office is a if we have time. So I suppose we better get to it. I think that's everything. So one of the things I've been looking at really is my schedule. Now, this is very similar to what I had before. I still feel like there's some stuff missing, so I've just kind of made notes of that here. But for the moment, this is what we're going to work with. Very similar to my old schedule, with the exception of rather than having a full editing day on Tuesday, swapped it to the Monday. And I'm giving myself 3 dedicated filming kind of vlog days. And it means it takes the pressure off of Monday and the pressure off of Friday to worry about, oh, am I doing things? Am I filming things? And it just gives me 3 days where I can do that, where I can just, or these are the filming days. What I do those days get filmed, and the other 2, I kind of give myself a wee bit of peace and space. I'm still unsure whether I'm going to keep the stream in on a daily basis or not. That might get swapped out for both Star's walk and a bit more of my exercise, or maybe even some social media prep. I initially put it in to help me get out of bed in the mornings, but I'm just not sure I'm energized enough for that kind of socialness that early in the morning. This is going to be the schedule. We're going to run to this for maybe a couple of weeks and then kind of reevaluate and see how we get on. Don't know if people care, but I find it really interesting seeing how other people schedule and how other people plan in their days and weeks, especially those who are self-employed or kind of small businesses and artists and stuff. So this is the plan. As predicted in the first week though, it has not gone to plan so far. It is 1:30 and I've not done the cooking, I didn't do a stream this morning, and I'm filming on a Monday. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day I've meant to have editing down. I have a feeling I'm probably not going to get to it, and just kind of rebalance some more of my notions, get that kind of back to a nice equilibrium and prepped and ready for the rest of the week. So with the depth set on the drill, it's time to take on these 2 whiskey cabinets. Check the fit. Ooh, no, that's too small. That is too small. Next size up. Unfortunately though, I don't have 4.5, so we're going to have to jump from 4 to 5. And pray that that's okay. Place in current hole. Tape. And you have your hole depth. Only works if you're trying to recreate other ones. Let's go. It was frilling the wrong way. That one was rough because it was on a knot. These are going so well. Most of them feel massively out, but let's try the shelves. And fingers crossed, they're okay. First one, nice. Second one in. Last one. Yay, they all went on. Now that is not to say they're level.
Hello? What is it? Oh, hi. What you doing? Hello.
Not too shabby. A little bit tilted. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not 100%, but that's not too bad. Want a truth? Yay! I could have sworn I made them tall enough. How tall is this? 32, and these were 33 apart. Ah, the depth of the shelf. I forgot to include the depth of the shelf. Okay, so if we're bringing both this down by 1, this down by 2, and this down by 1, and that would fit, right? That would have fit if the shelf was where my line is. Wasn't. We'll work this out. We'll work it out. Yeah, also 31. Okay. It was so much more difficult to put these doors on like this than I expected. They were so hard to balance, you had nothing to like help hold them up. Nightmare to adjust to make them aligned as well. Definitely do all the shelf amends and add your doors with 2 people. This is not a one-person job, and definitely not at a height like this. Do it on the floor, lie them down, just anything would make this so much easier. I think I just live with my hair up here now. Kind of want to like shave it all off and get into wigs. So in the days where I'm doing the DIY, I can just be like, but then on the days where I want hair, I can like jazz it up, and you could have different colors, you could have a rainbow. Anyway, day 2 of the bar. Let's get the other unit built. Building the second shelf probably took a lot longer than it should have, but I was spending a lot of time while I was building it also hanging out in some artist Twitch streams. I've gotten really back into watching Twitch recently. It's been really helping with my energy levels. I've been feeling alone a lot, especially stuck in that bedroom all the time. And I find hanging out in Twitch streams a really great way to get company without having to badger my friends, like people are busy. Yeah, it's just a really great way to hang out and kind of co-work with a lot of people. Just in case you didn't know, I also do stream myself every Wednesday evening, about 6 PM UK time till kind of 9-10 PM UK time. Again, just a great way to hang out with some folks and also experience other people's art and do my own art at the same time. The link to my Twitch channel should be down below in the description if you want to come hang out with us too. Anyway, back to the shelf. So I was smart this time and actually drilled the holes, not just on the floor, but before I even put anything together. This was so much easier. This was also a very unusual unit to put together from IKEA. I've put together loads of different types of their furniture, and this had some of the strangest little things, like these wee black blobs. I've never seen some stuff like this before in an IKEA build. Definitely one of the harder builds that I've ever done. Just if you're curious, these are the upper glass door cabinets from the Havsta, Havsta range from IKEA. This is where I realised I can't get the shelves out with the door on, so I'm gonna have to fill these around the shelf, so it's not going to be as perfect on this one. They're by no means perfect, but they're a lot less noticeable when you're looking at the cabinet now. I'm definitely solar powered. A nice day also means though that I can do the drawer cuttings outside, which is really good because I was a bit worried about all the plastic stuff going everywhere. But I can do that outside if it's sunny, so yay, let's get going. It's however still kind of a cold day, so I'm going to do all the measurement in here and then just go outside for the cutting. And first thing to do, measure the depths of the drawers just to make sure I've got it exactly right. Unlike the bar and basically everything else I do not want to have to be cutting 2 or 3 times. We do not need another skirting tobacco when I was cutting like mill off at annoying angles. Just don't need it. So these are the units from IKEA. It comes in 4 sections and lots of these. So you can see 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. I'm unsure why you couldn't do 1, 2, 2 other than it just wouldn't fit in the drawer very well. So two different sections. You can see they've got little doots. Should just click together. Is that as clicky as it gets? That doesn't feel right. Oh no, there we go. Yay! So that's as clicky as it gets, and then you use these scissors. I'm guessing to clip these or to hold these together like that. Oh no, it goes in the squiggly ones. You hold it squiggle to squiggle. That would make more sense. Squiggle to squiggle. Cool. And I'm not going to be able to get this off the back. I was correct. Okay, I can use another one to pull it off. There we go. These are, if I put it all together and just check the size of the full unit, and then I'll measure the drawer and see how different it is. That's what we're working with. I need paper. iPad works too. Okay, so we have our unit like this. We got 1, 2, 3 sections here. Now our measurements are, can't find my measuring tape. Follow one of the lines to make sure it's bang straight. 49.4. I'm working in centimeters here just because that's what the tape measures in. 67.3. And this little guy goes out to D5, 15.7, and on this side it is 11.7. Middle sections, bang on 20. The other side is also bang on 20. So I'm guessing these are the same, but let's just triple check. 20 and 20. And again, these are backwards. We have 11.7 and 15.7. Right, now we need to figure out how big the drawer is. Let's go measure the drawer. I've already filled these all up though, so I've got an empty one. This should be the fastest to empty. And along the bottom we have 58 by 42.5. 42.5. Really? I've got a 60 depth unit and I only have 42.5. So with this, now I just need to do a little bit of maths and see how much I need to chop off. So with that in mind, I think the best way to cut this is to trim the end piece. So ideally you want to be cutting about here, just inside that squiggle. You're going to fit that right to the edge and be able to use all the little attachments to click them all together. And for the height, that's just a simple right across. Better mark this up now. Before we get cutting though, I might have just had a brainwave. I want to give something a try. So close. Sadly not. Okay, back to the original plan. First piece cut. Let's see how it goes. Please fit, please fit, please fit. Yay! Yay, look at that. It fits. 3 more pieces of this one to do and then I've got 2 more drawers to do. This is gonna be a long afternoon. I think I could cut these 3 pieces together. I'm gonna try. Did manage to cut it one piece and actually that was really easy to just go. So we're gonna do that cut first and on all 4 pieces for the next 2 and then we'll trim off the edge. But first, let's see if it fits the drawer. God, I hate how freaking loud that saw is. No, so close. Dang it. Hold on. Yeah, you can actually see along the pencil line there how far I got away from the line in that middle section. So maybe cutting it in one big bit wasn't such a good idea. Just a wee bit sad there. So I've decided I'm going to mark them all up and then mark the other two up, cut the other two, and then come back to this one that's a bit dodgy. And I'm going to really make sure with these next two that I cut inside that line. I'd rather have it be a bit short and have to pad it out than have this issue again. It's exactly what I said with the skirting. It was like a wee bit too out. I think I just need to be more careful with my saw. I clearly just need to be better with my saw, but that'll come with practice, and it's just gonna be annoying at the moment. I was tidying up and it started to rain. It was on for like 30 seconds. It's gone off again, but it was exactly when I was clearing up. So I knew tape when cutting was important, but I kind of forgot how important when I went to go trim the third and final drawer. And now we have a pretty big chunk. There's one down here, it's a bit chunky as well. Yeah, it really, really helps. Like I don't know how, but it helps. And with a wee bit of persuasion, this one fits now too. Yay! Just really dodgy back edge. Just really dodgy back edge. I am so terrified for this drawer because it means I have to touch and play about with all our nice new crockery. Well, not that, they're not new, but just all our nice new crockery. I'm so scared I'm gonna break something. Oh my god, I just crashed so hard. I was feeling a bit tired, so I went to sit down and I was eating a snack. And next thing I know, it's like an hour and a half later. So I think I'm done for the day because that's almost 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna go find some dinner, take the dog out, get her dinner too, and just start again in the morning because
I am being held hostage by a little pussy boy. The pussy was as benefit of not doing every single week in your journal. You get extra pages to scenario plan.
it has just dawned on me that it's Thursday and not Wednesday. And I know it seems dumb because I've been planning, but I feel like it's the entire day I've thought it's Wednesday. So I've got a day less than I thought before I head away for a couple of days. And I've got a lot to do in that time. So I'm going to jot down some scenario plans, like jot down the to-do list. What's the like must-do list and what's the like to-do list. And use Friday and up until my train time, a bit lunch on Saturday, and just kind of figure out what my plan is. It's a bit late at night, but I've got a cup of tea and I'm just going to sit on the bed and do the planning before we head to sleep. I think this will help me not procrastinate getting out of bed in the morning because I'll have a time plan. I don't need to worry about getting everything done. Like, the thoughts will have already been done, and I've got a wee bit of brain space before we head to bed tonight, so I'm gonna do that. Does mean I've not done any art today, which is okay, because I'm gonna have a whole train ride, like 4-hour train ride on Saturday that I can do that with. So I think it's okay missing it today, and probably tomorrow. The hay fever is so bad today. I'm sitting here editing and I'm not crying, I'm not upset, it's just hay fever. Water. Editing break to grab coffee, snacks, and of course a whole new box of tissues because I finished one. Yay. Hey Siri, what's the temperature outside?
It's currently 14 degrees.
It's July. Why is it 14 degrees? No wonder I'm sitting there freezing. Jeez. This time last year, I was having cold showers and iced coffees almost every day. And I think I've had a cold shower like twice this summer and maybe had iced coffees for a couple of weeks. And then it's just been straight back to hot coffees because it has been so damn cold. It's not stopped the hay fever though. Yay. Tissues, 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 tissues. Literally bulk buy them from Costco. We go through so many in the summer. Came in to use the bathroom. I genuinely think I might go use the other one because there's 3 of these bad boys in this room right now. Oh, that's some length of leg. Yep, both just hanging out right next to the toilet. And there's one more of their buddies up here. That is a very sleepy puppy. Oh, he's so sleepy. I had a very bad sleep last night and I have a lot to do this morning, so it's not a good combo. So I'm starting off about an hour late because I just could not get out of bed. And first thing on the to-do list, tidy the guest room for my friend who's coming to look after Star while I'm away. I just dumped stuff everywhere throughout the kitchen reno. And just like that, we finished another week of art and DIY. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week.